Hey, Grumpy Gordo, how are you doing? Hey, can you do me a favor? Is my intro music playing or is it glitching? I'm thinking my intro music is not working correctly. Well, you know what? That's okay. We're going to get started. It's time to get rolling anyway. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Happy Thursday. It's end of the month time. It's commuter connection time. It's Metroliner time, baby. I'd like to welcome Grumpy Gordo and anybody else that's out there kind of lurking. Lurkers are welcome here. Hey,
Fixie.
good fixins is here, Brett. Good to see you, my friend. And yeah, let's
Here's
jump
Pentagon.
right in. We got Panagon here as well. Cool. Panagon, great to see you, Rob. I'm assuming neither one of you guys probably heard the intro music. I think I'm having an issue with it, so I'm gonna have to get in the maintenance shop here afterwards and figure out what's going on. But yeah, it's always something with this thing. I tell you what. All right, so Boeing Field to Boise. And this is what it looks like, you guys. We're going to be departing on the Needle 1 departure out of Boeing Field, which is just north of Seattle, if you are kind of wondering where it's at. We're going to head pretty much due east all the way out here to the Ephrata VOR, and then we'll dive down here to the southeast. There's Walla Walla, and here to Baker City, and then into Boise. And we're going to fly this slant alpha today. Our flight level, I should put this in here correctly, is a 170. And I think this baby does about 250, maybe not quite that. That might be a little optimistic, but with the tailwind, 250 dripping wet. But yeah, that's what we're looking at tonight. Should be a fun one, and glad you guys could tag along. Get the wrenches on the. Yeah, we need something. We need something here. This attempt to simplify my streaming process has done nothing but cause it to be worse. So I don't. I may have to go back to the way I used to do it. Um. All right. I need my glasses. I'm like, why can't I see anything? That would be why. It's probably my most active stream though that I unlurk it. Yeah. Yep. Professional lurker. That's kind of what I do. I like to have when I'm not streaming. I like to have like like five five different um, streams going and windows open, and I just kind of bounce back and forth between everything here. We're with ground power connected here. I'm going to keep everything else closed. And what do we have here? No nav radios today. Just all slant whiskey. I'm sorry, slant alpha goodness. Let's, oh, I don't want that. I want to make sure I have fuel here. Sim brief tells me I need about 1,000 kilos, which I've got not quite that. So we'll just nudge that up ever so slightly. Apply that change. We're pretty doggone close, honestly. And okay. Flight plan is sent. There's no ATC as of yet, so we're just going to kind of work off our own good intentions here. Let's make sure everything is doing what it should be doing. right there. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, batteries coming on. No Jenny's just yet. I need to wait. Ugh, there we go. GPU is connected. I can go ahead and get the beacon lights going here. And prop sync is on takeoff. Gear levers down and confirmed on my Bravo. Flaps up and confirmed. Fuel booster pumps, everything is off here, off. Trims are centered, and that looks pretty good there. On the right side, inverters are off, avionics master off, all this stuff is off. Bleed airs are on, and fresh air to normal. Let's see. That looks good. Fuel totalizer. I don't think it never really worked for me, but you're supposed to be able to just zero that out, but it always stays at 0 for me. So I don't know. Well, was I able to sneak in a midday vacation nap? Actually, a little short one. Yes. Pentagon, and you are right. The we call around here that the nap of royalty.
Hello, Minette.
I am a Scotsman. Hello, hello. Altimeter. What do we have? I'm gonna probably have to work off of Seattle here because I don't know. Oh yeah, Boeing Field has its own weather here. Winds are 310 at 8, gusting of 15. 10 statute miles. Clear. 3008. Iowa Scotsman. I just kind of followed him around to streams all day long today. See, wherever I went, he was there. I'm like, hey, Iowa Scotsman, what's going on, man? I think we hang out in the same places. I don't know. We have similar interests. I think Iowa Scotsman. All right, and then the Needle 1 top altitude is 2,100. This is pretty much a vectored departure. We're going to climb out on runway 32, and we're going to get up to 2,100, and then we're going to get radar vectors. For us, we're going to get radar vectors to, I think we're going to go radar vectors to, yeah, the Wenatchee VOR, Echo Alpha Tango. Say that 3 times fast. And that'll be how we do it. If somebody else comes in here and wants us to do something different, well, then they can let us know what we need to do. But that'll be us. And then as soon as we vector ourselves, then we'll go ahead and climb up to our cruising altitude of 170 today. Not even getting in the flight levels. All right, radios. I don't have radios yet because I need to get avionics master on. 2280 will be good. The Wenatchee VOR is 111 nothing here. 11100. Okay, that's in. That's good. And that'll just be again kind of a direct to situation. If we, yeah, how far out is that? It's a little. Well, how far out is that? That's actually a little ways out there, isn't it? Yeah. So we may have to work off of the Seattle VOR. I'm going to put the Seattle VOR in there as well. Here's kind of what I'm seeing, guys. Tell me if I'm crazy. So here's the Needle 1. Again, we're out here. We're going to vector ourselves ideally to Wenatchee, but we may not be able to pick it up because it's out here a bit, way out here. So I think what I'll do instead is just tune Seattle VOR and just work off this 072 outbound initially until we pick up Wenatchee. There's a changeover here at 51 DME from Seattle, so I think that looks like probably a good plan. So Seattle is 1680. So we will start there and we'll look for the outbound 072. Whoops, I'll just go ahead and preset that right there. That'll be ready to go. We are a tight-knit community. Got that. You are exactly right. Pentagon said that same thing, man. Yeah, honestly, like I feel like I talk to the same 20 people in every stream, but I love it. It's like awesome, man. It's like staying caught up with everything. It's great. I love it. I truly love it. And then you get some new people that come in there every so often, and they just become part of the team as well. And that's what's I think amazing about flight simulation. All right, so that looks pretty good so far, so good. And we've got everything set here to idle, low RPM. My brakes are set right there. And I need to come over here to do, I think I need to go, yeah, inverter to number 1. Cabin temps are set. The altitude I need to set at the field elevation. And that is what, my friends? What is the elevation of Boeing Field? Not very much, if I remember right. Yeah, 17. So we'll set that cabin altitude initially for right there. Then when we get to climbing, we set it up to 7,500 just as a kind of a standard. All right, bleed airs. Actually, I need bleed airs off so I can get the engine started here. And the doors are all closed. We have that little mark right there. And yeah, I'm trying to remember where okay, so the directions say to start 2 then 1. To me it makes more sense to start 1 then 2. That way the GPU guy can come unplug that without worrying about getting his head chopped off. Let's see if we can do that. I don't know that I've ever done that before, but let's give it a try. Just trying to remember here. We hold until 10%. We'll get an ignition light up here, and then it's pretty much rocking and rolling from there. Here we go. There's the light. Watching everything come up here. It's kind of a simple startup procedure. I like the plane just because it's pretty easy. It's kind of fun just to fly and just having those chill flights. Fixie is ducking in and out. Going to be putting the kids to bed. All right, man. Have fun, dude. We'll see you. I'll be up for. I mean, this is going to be an hour and 45 minutes flight, so we'll be here. We'll be here. All right, now I can disconnect the ground power and safely start number 2. Push and hold, guys. Push and hold. That's all there is to it. It spins up to 10%. Then you get that little ignition light, and then you just let it go, and it fires on its own. You don't have to worry about putting the condition levers forward or anything like that until you get it all started up. You do want to make sure you don't go into the red with your EGTs. That is one note that I have there. Pentagon, I upgraded. Oh, hey, hold on. Pentagon's going to launch into Fussy Pants to do some Phoenix work tonight. And, updated your RAM. Got a little more RAM, baby. Fixie might be joining, but might be a little bit later on. Cool. All right. Iowa Scotsman might get going. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. Let's flood the virtual skies with our planes and Iowa Scotsman. Get your stream going there so people can watch. That'd be cool. All right, where was I? I think all my pressures and temperatures look good. So let's go ahead and turn the bleed air back on here. So we're ready to pressurize the aircraft. We did put that on normal. Yes, we did. Generators can come both on now. Excuse me. And ground power is off. We do need the nose wheel steering on. I can actually close this as well. And it is armed. Okay, very good. All right, what else do I need to have on here? I think I have to have some Strobe beacons are already on. Taxi light coming on. I'm getting ready to go here. And we need to turn the boost pumps on, don't we? Yeah. Which one of these? I'm trying to remember. Which one are the boosties? Fuel. That's shut off. Boost pumps. Here we go. Mains for the boost, just for takeoff. And airspeed bug, based on our weight, we will be flaps 1/4, so 109. 9. Let's see, where are you there? 109. Rotacion. Very good.
Seattle traffic, King Air, 1178 kilos, taxiing out to 16 center. Seattle traffic.
Seattle has some action. Cool. And then let's make sure that my transponder is transponding. It's over here, right? Yeah. We're going to go...
Seattle traffic, Walker 2373 over the field, 9,000 feet, about to make a left turn, IFR to Wenatchee. Seattle.
Cool. And flaps set 1/4. It's just a single click, and yeah, I think we're ready. We're ready, guys. Okay. I need to taxi to the left, all the way down. That's Bravo to runway 32 left. Okay. Brakes are off. We're ready. Boeing Field, traffic SkyWest 816 on the taxi, runway 32 left, Boeing Field. Anybody coming that way? Nope. Anybody coming that way? Nope. Oh, there's a nice one of those volcanic peaks out there. That's kind of cool. Do some zigging and some zagging here as we get going. There she is. Goofy looking plane anyway. We've got one that we used to have two that flew into my local airport. 7:30 in the morning and 7:30 in the evening. And now they're down to just one flight.
Right turn on the Harbor 6 departure.
Keyline there operates around the area. Well, thanks for coming in, you guys. I appreciate it. I hope you've had a great day. I know you're in the background working on figuring out that Phoenix's reversers. Hey, Real Millhouse is here. Hey, man. Yeah, this is Millhouse. This is part of that Grzecki design, or however you say that. It's a Seattle scenery pack. It comes with 5 airports, and this is one of them. Boeing Field. And they do have, like, if you hop out, and there's one of the buildings, I don't remember which one, but like one of the buildings has like stuff inside, maybe more than one, like airplanes that are being built. It's kind of cool, but not a bad deal. I mean, they're kind of showing their age a little bit, to be honest, and they have a few things that I don't love about them, but like I got them on sale. So it was 5 airports for like $29 or something like that. So Iowa Scotsman's still helping. That was one of the things on the fly-by-wire that I tried to install. Clear that way, I hope. Yes, I never was able to get the throttle quadrants to work correctly. I was never able to get that set up on my Bravo. That was one of the reasons I just ended up uninstalling it. I'm like, I'll just wait for the Phoenix. And then the Phoenix came, and I'm like, no, I don't have $80. I just bought the 737, though, in my defense. Skull. Happy Thursday, everybody. Been a pretty good day here. Nice weather. Got a few things done. Now it's time to fly, baby. So again, runway heading up to 2,100, and then we're going to turn right. Basically, going to be making a right-hand downwind departure here. We're going to track out because again, I don't think we can pick up, or well, I know when we tried to tune the other BOR, yeah, we're just not picking it up quite yet. So we'll work off of the Seattle BOR. We'll fly an outbound course to intercept probably like about a one, I don't know, like a 120 or so, 110, just to intercept this and we'll be on our way. Yeah, man, Pentagon, it's great. Pentagon's living the PTO life right now. He knows what's up. Yeah, we're equally slacking. I spent a ton of time in Robinson R44 today, man. I got a lot of heli time today. I am really enjoying that. I'm not very good at it, but I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I've got one installed now in Microsoft Flight Sim as well, and it's pretty comparable. It's not quite as nice, but it's pretty comparable. I'm having an issue with the comms because I don't want to install the one in Microsoft Flight Sim. Kind of requires you to install the PMS GTN 750. Like the whole radio stack appears to be tied to that plug-in, and I don't want to put that in there because it really caused my sim to become unstable. So I don't know if there's a workaround. I'm still looking for that. If there is, I'm gonna fly that sucker on Fussy Pants here. It's a pretty fun airplane. Well, rotary winged airplane, I guess. But Pentagon's on fun employment. Yes, right. That's a good way to look at it. So good fixins. I have went through the 7 phases of helicopter guilt, or what did you call it? It was a really good way to describe it. 7 stages of helicopter. I don't know. It was disbelief and you know, blaming your equipment and all that. I've went through all those, and I'm just like, you know, I have to just stick with it at the end of the day. One thing I did that I think has helped. Initially, I thought it might have been a mistake. Is I turned my sensitivity settings down in my Thrustmaster because it was so twitchy, and it's not like it's made the flight dynamics any different, but it's just like it takes more travel, and I think you probably were talking about that. I just didn't understand what you meant, but it takes more travel, takes more movement now for me to actually get a response in my sim. Beforehand, I would move my yoke just a little tiny bit, and it would be like a 50-degree bank angle. So I think that's helped a little bit. I nudged it down about 25%, I think. And I think that maybe has helped, but so has about 10 hours of just practice. Where am I? I gotta figure out if I know how to. There's the autopilot, right? Yep. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're just runway heading, which is not set yet. Runway heading is what here? 315. So, like I say, I'm not great at it, but I'm good enough that I think I can go ahead and stream it for Bush League Monday. If nothing else, you guys will just get a kick out of watching me go down in flames. But I successfully executed. There's 7 landings, and I was successful in 5 out of 7, so I was pretty pumped about that. You've got the sensitivity settings and the curves pretty deep. Never been happy with your settings, though. Yeah, maybe we can compare notes a little bit. Brett and I can show you what I've done. I'm nowhere near as proficient as you and you know, Downwind Sim and the rest of the guys, but I'm making some progress. Okay, we need pitot heats. We don't need any of this. I need nav and strobes on already. Taxi recog lights are on. We are going to be speed levers now need to go to high. Nice and easy. We have the radar coming on. I think it's on already. Yeah, weather's on. I don't know that it works. Seems like at one time it worked, but I think I was just picking up terrain. And transponder is on ALT. Bleeds are, once again, they come off for takeoff. I always forget that, and then I always forget to turn them back on. So we're going to do a 100% dry takeoff today, or we're going to wait till we see 650 on the EGT. So we're just going to advance the throttle so either we're at 100% or we're at this red line here, whichever comes first, and that'll be our takeoff settings. Okay, Boeing Field, SkyWest 816 is departing runway 32 left, Boeing Field. Okay guys, let's do this. Man, I love the trains in X-Plane. That is one of the coolest parts. I know I've said it before. I hope X-Plane 12 has trains. Last look. And, nope, nobody coming that way. Runway is clear. We're about ready to rock and roll. Ayatollah of rock and rolla. She likes to roll to the right on takeoff. You just have to kind of be ready for that. And there we're temped out. Airspeed's alive. V1 VR. I forgot to do the go around cam. Sorry guys. That in as part of my checklist. Positive brake, gear up. There we go. Oops. Flaps up. Power back. Continuous climb. Heading mode, vertical speed all armed, and autopilot engaged. Oh, I wasn't quite lined up on my heading mode, darn it. That would have been a seamless, flawless transition. And do I have to Alt-S? I think so. Okay, at this point in time, we'd be checking in with departure. They'd be saying clear direct. Well, the first thing they would probably say is clear direct Tagore, and I'd come back and say unable slant alpha, and then they'd say, all right, fly heading. What would they give us here? Fly heading. I'm just gonna say like fly heading 110, and climb and maintain 17,000. Boy, I tell you what, X America has really done a nice job with these big cityscapes. Man, they look nice now. Seattle was always pretty well represented anyway, but you know, oh man, we are over speeding like nobody's business. Holy moly, I didn't even realize that. Wow. Okay. Let's get that set first, and then we'll set our vertical speed here. 17,000. All right, and we can. This is our pitch, right? Yes, indeed. So let me zoom out so I can see what's going on. Give it a couple of down clicks here. 5 of those should be about 500 feet. I think we could probably do it. Good 2,000 feet per minute climb. We're still really fast. We're faster than we should be under 10,000 feet to begin with, and we're over speeding also to per second, which is, so it's a double negative, so it cancels each other out, right? Yeah, no. Boy, what is it with me and departures lately? Holy cow. I have struggled mightily. Nick Gressla. Hey, how's it going, Nick? Great to see you, man. Happy Thursday, buddy. Wonderful to see you. And I hope you've had a good day. I hope you've been in the virtual skies somewhere at least. I think we're going to hop outside for one more little screenshot opportunity. Oh, how about that? Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Something like that. Okay, we'll have that ready to go. Maybe a little thumb. Grumpy Gordo. Grumpy, did you make some progress on some of that stuff today? Did that make sense? I didn't do a very good job. I told you I was going to kind of work through that. So I don't know if you. I wasn't very intentional on what I just did here, but this right here, the way I started is I tuned in. This is the Seattle VOR. So this is my nav radio. This is my comm radio. So there's no ATC going right now in my area. This is what my V pilot is showing. Sorry, my X pilot. I have this is Toronto Center and Vancouver Center and Vancouver departure. We have Vancouver ATIS. So there's nobody here for me to talk to. So I just have it on Unicom, and the universal, this is called the common traffic advisory frequency, is on all of BASIM is 122.8, and I'm sure you heard the guys there making the radio calls at Seattle. That's what that's what they're using. Okay, so that's what that is. This here is just a frequency, probably from the last time I was in this plane. I probably had it tuned to some ground controller. 121.9 is a common frequency for ground controllers. And then this is the Seattle VOR. So what I'm doing here, I can show you this. I'm flying. So I'm on an intercept course here. The Seattle VOR is right over here. There it is on the chart. Okay, that's the VOR that we're tuned into. And I've set my radial to 072. So I'm trying to intercept this outbound radial. As soon as I do, then I'm going to just follow that airway all the way out to where I'm going. Okay, so that's kind of the basics of VOR navigation, and you get those frequencies from either Navigraph or SkyVector or something like that. Al South, hello, great to see you, sir. Skull and happy Thursday, mi amigo. muy buenos noches. And 5 years of knowing Al South, he's taught me Spanish for 5 years, and that's all I remember, unfortunately. But I do plan on one day coming down to his house and getting a full-on tutorial, man. Great to see you, buddy. So anyway, that I hope that makes sense. This here 111.0 is the next VOR that we're going to head towards as soon as I'm in range, and this is where I've tuned that outbound radio. This is my course knob, and it's pointed at the 072. So if you watch that sucker, pretty soon it'll move into the middle. And at that point in time, then my heading right now, I'm heading a 110. I'm just going to be able to just follow. I'll switch from heading mode to, nav localizer mode. See, here it comes. It's moving already because we're getting close, right? We're getting close, almost intercepting. But yeah, that's the basics of it there, Grumpy Gordo. So like I said, hopefully that will start to click, and you know what, just I think you're doing stuff that's a lot easier than what I'm doing, just simply because you're able to put all that stuff in to your GPS, into that 530, and so it'll have all these waypoints. That's the stuff that you're putting in here and here and here. You're putting all those waypoints, or you're putting that airway in. You got these 2 points, so you don't have to worry really about, honestly, you don't really have to worry too much about the nav part of this. This only comes into play, depending on your airplane. It only comes into play kind of when you're getting ready to make your landing, if you need to shoot an ILS or something. But yeah, that's it, man. That's all there is to it. Just keep asking questions, and we don't mind helping out one bit. We've all been there, right? We all started with limited knowledge, and we just kind of asked, and people in this community are so good about about providing answers. Forgot to turn my bleeds back on, so everybody's getting a little bit lightheaded. I'm going to turn my cabin altitude up to 75. So now everybody's going to go from being lightheaded to having headache. Sorry about that, passengers. And thank you for flying SkyWest. Yeah, Nick is, there's guys like Nick that's a real world pilot, has tons of experience, working on this and that and the other thing. And they really are probably in many ways better to talk to than necessarily I am. I'm gonna need some more whiskey back there on it. I'll just where's my call to the flight attendant here? I don't know where it is, but here's what I'm gonna do. They know if I turn the taxi lights off and the landing lights off, they know that means they can go back to provide beverage service, because I don't even think there's like oh yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. We'll turn off the seatbelt signs, so now they know. Dr. Whiskey, that's right, Doctor. Just don't never call Dr. Acula. Wow, look at that. That never gets old. You've been holding it. Yeah, you're clear. I don't honestly know if there's even is there even a bathroom in this place? I don't even know. That's an excellent question. Oh, you might be out of luck, dude. I hope you brought a bottle, because there ain't no lav in this bad boy. Sorry about that. Yeah, man. Here you go, buddy. There it is. This is a freeware. It's the Metroliner. And I lied when I said I thought I had my windows nice and clear, but I guess I don't. thought I had that fixed, but anyway, it's a small kind of a price to pay, but no lav on the Metro. Yeah, that's right. You have a big gulp cup. Oh, that's awesome. You know, you can enjoy it, you know, going in and coming out that way, I guess. Yeah, friend of all. Oh, hey, by the way, friend of all, just the more pre-flight planning loading up in the nav, the better the flight. Yep, airlines have dispatch departments to do all that. Yeah, absolutely. And I would say probably a little more like the Saab than the Dash. Just because, well, first and foremost, it's a low wing rather than a high wing. But secondly, it's not real fast, not real powerful. I would say that's probably where we're at, though, in terms of airplane comparisons. And it's, you know, it's pretty old. I don't know how many. There's not a lot of carriers that still use it. I think it's kind of used almost more as like a cargo plane now than passenger plane, honestly. But it has service around Denver. Like, it's one of those, like, you can fly from Denver to, you know, Alliance, Nebraska for $13 or so. I mean, it's one of those deals. I mean, it's, you know, super cheap, and it's worth it if you can plan it right. Okay, so we're 42 out, and again, the changeover point here, guys, was at 51 out. So that's when we should be able to go from being outbound of Seattle and inbound to Wenatchee. Okay, very good. Hey, so there's a little reminder about the upcoming Bush League Backcountry Fly-In. We just about have all the scenery ready to go, and I'm very hopeful to be able to get something out to you guys here tomorrow. But the one adjustment we need to make is it's not going to be on Monday, our typical first Monday of the month, our Bush League Monday. It's actually the 4th of July. So for those of you that don't live in the United States, that's a big holiday, and it's typically families hang out, and we don't have a lot of flight sim on that day. So we're moving it to the 6th, the 5th, that next day. So it'll be a Bush League Tuesday coming up next week. But we've got, like I say, we've got everything kind of ready to go, and look for details on that downwindsim.com website. But the hiccups all of a sudden. If you've never done a Bush League backcountry fly-in, by the way, you can go in there right now, and you can take a look at some of the things we've done, and you can download stuff, and you can fly things retroactively. Grumpy's are going to be working, so yeah, you know, you can go back in after the fact, and if you enjoy that type of stuff, it'll be there for you. I have, along with Good Fixins, have checked out the scenery also in Microsoft Flight Sim, and it looks pretty good. So it should be a good event for both X-Plane and Fussy Pants. Brendo All's been trying to get a plane like this in Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, there is nothing. There is really no twin turbo prop. I know they made that Banderette, that Embraer like 100 or something, Banderay, or I don't even remember what it is, but it was pretty buggy and not very good. So all right, and as happens sometimes when you switch over from the outbound to the inbound, you do have to make a little bit of an adjustment. No big deal. And it'll be a slight adjustment here. This Metroliner tends to be a little bit of an aggressive capture type of plane, but that wasn't too bad. So now we're tracking inbound. This will count down to Wenatchee, and then after Wenatchee, we're going to try to stay ahead of the airplane. This is what I won't do this all night long, but just for people that maybe are new to VR navigation. So again, we're about right here. We switched over. Now we're tracking inbound to this VOR. We should be inbound on a 257. We'll check that here in a minute. I bet we're close to that. But the next BOR that we're going to have is the Ephrata. So we're going to be outbound here only 10 miles and then inbound to Ephrata. So I'm going to put 112.6 into my standby right here. 112.6, and that'll be ready to rock and roll. Now you can also, if you sometimes you have two, you know, you have two comm and two nav radios. You can always set up things on the other side, and you can, you know, you can kind of see how that's going, and when you're picking up the VOR and all that good stuff, which in this case we are already, or maybe not. Oh yeah, we're picking it up, so that's cool. And then this down here, I think has a, we can change it to a COM2. Yeah, there's the EPH. That's the VOR that we're heading towards. We're 52 miles away from that. And then the other thing that's kind of cool, but I've not been able to do here, is you should turn on your nav and listen for every VOR has a Morse code that you really want to listen for. So dot dash dash dot dot. That's what you would be hearing. Well, I guess we'd be listening for dot dash dash for Wenatchee. But like I said, this plane, some people say you can do it. Some people say, well, like me, I've never been able to do it. So yeah, there you go. That's everything you ever need to know about VOR navigation. And check the volume on the nav radio. Okay, let me zoom in there, Millhouse. We'll check it again here. So if I go here, can I? It doesn't look like I have any way to turn. Yeah, like there's no. I don't have any way to spin those. And then this doesn't really have a separate volume control that I see. So, yeah, I don't know. Does the on-off knob have a smaller knob here? Talking about here? No, just on and off. I don't really... Yeah, that's really all it has, unfortunately. Nothing... Well, maybe. Nope, that just turns it on and off. Yeah, like I said, I've not really dove too deeply into it, because it's, you know, like, even when I have a plane that can do it, like, a lot of times I don't, kind of lazy about it, and I don't check it, so, yeah. Yeah, there you go, the Bandit. That's right, the 110. There you go. The final version, Friendall says the next gen sim Embraer 100 is one of your favorite planes with the King Air sound mod. Yeah, looking for something like that, but bigger. Yeah, that would be great to have a Dash 8. I think in Microsoft Flight Sim. I really think so. Oh, you know what I didn't look at here? What do I have for... I guess I don't really... What do I have for power settings? I didn't really look at that. We want about 620 on the EGT, which is about where we're at, honestly. And speed levers, 97%, I guess. So we'll just nudge that back just a little bit here. That will be, yeah, we're kind of running those a little high. Doesn't appear to be doing much just yet. I'm going back quite a bit on those. We're just going to keep them up here. I could pull back on the power a little bit. Let's at least get the RPMs down below the red line. What do you say? Yeah, that looks good. Ooh, we're just about to cross over. Yeah, Alright, just about to cross over. And... uh-oh, what did I just do? We just crossed over the Wenatchee. Now we're heading outbound. We'll head outbound for 10 miles. And I could do this. I could go to channel 2 there, track this Ephrata, and just keep an eye on this guy here. There's my DME outbound. And yeah, I think that'll work. I just lost my Sky Vector window somehow. Okay, back to that. Again, we're double checking 112.6. We've got that in. We're tuned here, 28 miles. There's about 4. We need to be inbound on a 252 inbound, so that's a 072. Yeah, so right now we're on about a 074. So I'm going to expect a little bit of a course adjustment here once I flip it over from outbound to inbound. Edmund Stoner's here. Hey, Edmund. Nice to see you. Happy Thursday. Uh-oh. You're doing some holding where... Nick's holding where he's flying. Sometimes it's kind of fun to see if I remember. Like if you're in a something like a Boeing 737 that has all that stuff, you know, it's kind of fun to see if you remember how to execute a hold in a busy event. Everything else I think looks really good, guys. We're in the green. All our temps and pressures down there are looking good. We did get our cabin pressurized before everybody fell asleep. And oh, you were just wondering whether I was holding now. Yeah, no, just tracking the VOR. Yeah, just tracking. Oh, there's 10 miles. So let's go to heading mode and let's flip over. Let's go inbound, and again, we're expecting a little bit. 072. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, holding in this plane would be a little bit of it'd be some work. You could do it, but man, it'd be work. It would involve, you know, a timer, and yeah, it'd be a little work. Jacob, hello. Nice to see you, man. Happy Thursday. Skull. Hope you're having a great day. Doing a little flying. We're inbound. Okay, so now, again, I got to be ahead of things. So we're going to go the next, this corner. This is going to be a little bit of a tight corner, guys. Down here to Moses Lake. So we're going to hit Ephrata, hang a right, Moses Lake. Excuse me, it's only 11 miles. And then Moses Lake, we're going to be outbound to Walla Walla. So that's what I'm going to get set up here. Moses Lake, 1500. That's ready to go. And I might as well put that in over here, just so I have a little bit of situational awareness. I bet I'm already picking it up. Yep, Moses Lake, 22 miles. Cool, cool. Here's the Volanta Top of Climb report. And
Penguin traffic walker 2373, 10 miles north of the field at 8,000 feet, descending for visual approach runway 30 Penguin.
let's make sure we get all this in from Bat Sim. There we go. And hey, Will Dog is up in our neighborhood here. Awesome. He's doing a little 3 Whiskey 7, a little smaller airport flying. Oh, Vancouver's got some. Oh, Vancouver up to Anchorage. That's a great. Take advantage of that. If you don't have a place to fly right now, go fly in between those two airspaces, man. That's fantastic. Denver's up. Trying to Montezuma Center. I don't remember if that's what it is. And then all the East Coast is lit up. Very nice. There's Panagon. He's Indy to Myrtle Beach. Very cool. Very cool. And I don't see any other green planes. Again, if you friend me, I don't have. Oh man, look, South America's lit up, man. It's a great place to fly. And there is Mr. Arco. Very cool. Very cool. In the 7-4, I think. And yeah, man, nice. Anyway, if you friend me, man, I'll Volanta stock you like nobody's business. Actually, I don't have the premium version, so I don't get to. I can't friend people, but I can accept friend requests. I'm just Melvin Leroy and Volanta, and what I kind of like about having some people I know is I get good. Excuse me. I get good route ideas. You know, sometimes you get into a little bit of a rut. You're like, what should I fly? Where should I go today? And Volanta is one of the tools I use to figure out kind of what I'd like to do. All right, like I said, this is a pretty good right-hand turn to 135 right there. So I'm going to probably start this turn maybe at about 2.5 DME. Doing a hold. To be honest, if you're going to ask me how to do a hold manually in an airplane, I'm probably like, how do you do that? It's been that long, yeah. Yeah, I would honestly, I'd have to kind of refresh my memory too. You know, just off the top of my head, I think most holds are 1 minute holds, and it's pretty much just flying. You know, you get on a heading. The heading will be given to you on the chart, and then you fly the outbound heading for a minute, and you turn around, you fly the inbound heading for a minute, and every hold designates if you make a right-hand turn or a left-hand turn. And I mean, that's kind of the extent of it. And some holds will also have speed restrictions and things like that. So, all right, holy moly, yeah, we missed that turn. That's what that means. We missed that turn in a big way. So I'm gonna keep the heading going here, guys, and I'm actually gonna flip it over to Moses Lake right now. We're off. We know that right now. And here's what I know about Moses Lake. I'm gonna be outbound 130. Hey, somebody just pushed the ascription button there. Hang on for 1 second, you rascal. All right, so here's what I'm doing, guys. We're gonna miss Moses Lake. We just are, because it's over here, and I don't want to chase it because I'm already halfway to it. So we're just gonna set the outbound course for Moses Lake, and we'll intercept that there. It's Downwind Sim using his prime ascription, and 15 months on a 2-month streak. You know, Downwind Sim, first of all, thanks for that, buddy. That number seems way too low, because I know that you've been subscribed for a longer time than that. I wonder what's going on. Somebody else, Rob Valkyrie, came in and said that his months count was off. But anyway, that's, you know what, that doesn't even matter, man. The fact that you're here helping out, yeah, sometimes Twitch can't count. That's what's awesome. It'll all be a part of our next giveaway, guys. So all that Twitch money, all those subscriptions and donations and cheer bits and all that stuff, I just bundle it up and we give it back out in the form of giveaways. So I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll win it back, man. Hopefully you'll win it back. So Downwind Sim is the other half of the Bush League Backcountry Fly-In endeavor, I guess, and he is without a doubt the mad scientist of X-Plane. Most of you know him, but if you're new and you're wondering about those Bush League backcountry fly-ins, one of the things that's really cool about them, if you're in X-Plane, are the hidden Easter eggs and the things that he is able to put in to the events. Now, this one I'm gonna tell you right now, this one doesn't really have a whole lot of that. It's pretty much it's pretty basic in comparison to some of the ones that he's done. But anyway, if you work your way back through, I guess the hint I would give you is land at each airport and look around a little bit. Just look around a little bit. Read the signs, visit the buildings, because you never know what you're going to find. Yeah, I posted a really, and this is a total accident, guys, on my Discord. You probably saw it. I'm gonna pull it up anyway. Just literally flying around and seeing. I'd actually jumped over into Microsoft Flight Sim because I was just seeing if the airports looked okay. And down here, I don't know if you can see it, but this is the real, the real field. This is ortho photography, and somebody had mowed Trump into their field. So yeah, it's out there. It's in the area we're gonna fly, and you're welcome to fly by it. And if you're a Trump supporter, you can land down there and take a selfie. And if you're not a Trump supporter, you can land down there and take a whiz or something. I don't know, but anyway, it was just kind of interesting. I'm like, no way. And Downwind Sim, I don't know if I could find it again. I know roughly where it's at, but I don't even know if I could find it again. All right, so we're 10 miles past now Moses Lake, and what did I say? We need to be on 130. We may need to. This is a really long leg here. We're probably okay to just stay on this heading. Yeah, it's starting to move right now. Again, just as a visual, this is what I did. I didn't handle that turn very well, but that wasn't surprising, really. So we turned here at this is Ephrata, and I turned late, so I ended up out here. And instead of zigging back in and then having to make another turn, I just decided we were out here. I'm like, we'll just keep going straight, because eventually we'll intercept this Vector 357. You can see we're kind of nudging our way in there. So little things that you can do when there is no ATC online. Yep, you can see it coming in just a little at a time there. So hey, I wanted to mention something here, and I don't know if you've already been over there or not, but I hope it's not too late. Sim Caesar is doing a pair of GA flights tonight over on Pilot Edge. We were going to join him, but I don't have Pilot Edge, so oh, he's coming in for a landing. Doggone it, I screwed up. I should have mentioned this earlier. He was doing a tribute stream to Puff MTD 123. I don't know if you guys remember who that is, but a really great, positive guy, funny guy, and kind of a regular over in Sim Caesar stream for sure, but in other streams as well. Anyway, he just passed away. He was battling cancer and passed away, I think, either last night or the night before. So, over the weekend, I guess that's right. So I thought it was pretty cool. Sim Caesar did a flight. He said it kind of was a flight early on that he did, I think, where he connected with Puff MTD, and anyway, go check out Sim Caesar and see. He's probably doing a really good job of talking about what's going on and all that good stuff. But yeah, you know, I was talking to my wife a little bit about that. I'm like, you know, you've made an impact on people when you are like, like I think Sim had met him in person, but for the most part, like their friendship was virtual, kind of like most of, like, well, everybody that I know on Flight Sim. Um, but he had made enough of an impact on Sim Caesar that somebody obviously in his family reached out to Sim Caesar to let him know that hey, he had passed away, and because he knew or the family I think knew that he had a friendship built, and I thought that's pretty cool. I was just telling my wife that I'm like, if something should ever happen to me, uh, please, please, please reach out to. It'll probably be you, Downwind Sim. It'll probably be you, and I'm like, just reach out to somebody. I showed her. I'm like, here's my Discord, and um, I'm like, just get on my channel and put a message on anyone, and word will get out. But anyway, it's just, yeah, I would hope to have a way to let you guys know that something had happened, and more importantly, just that you guys you mean something to me, and value our friendship, and anyway, I don't want to get too mushy here, but that was a tough loss. A tough loss. Iowa Wisconsin wanted to join the flight, but don't have the courage to get on Pilot Edge. Yeah, I don't mind the I think it'd be kind of fun to try it, but I just can't I just can't afford whatever 20 bucks a month or $25 a month. I just can't at this point in time, can't afford that. So it'll probably be something that is never really, oh, thanks, Friendall. Yeah, man, I've enjoyed it. I really have. It's odd. It's hard to explain to people. Like, how can you make virtual friends? And I'm like, well, when you call it that, you make it sound like they're made up. I'm like, these are real people. It's just that, like we only talk, virtually. But yeah, man, I mean, when you hang out with people regularly, you get to know them, and they're kind of what they're doing in their lives, and yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? That's why I'm doing this. I mean, I could easily fly this airplane by myself on the network or whatever without streaming it, but it's way more fun when you have your buddies along for the ride. So anyway, yeah, yep. Iowa Scotsman, I know he was a guy that was on your stream quite a bit as well, and yeah, it's a tough loss. It's a tough loss, but it was a selfish deal, right? That whenever you have, we just lost a friend, cancer, and it's a selfish thing to want that person to still be here because you're going to miss them, but they're suffering, and you're like, yeah, man, that's a hard position to be in. All right, enough of that. Let me tune in Walla Walla, 16 of 40. There, and I'm best, yeah, 37 out. We're probably okay, so we're 43 away from Moses Lake and only 36 to Walla Walla, so there is no official changeover point on this airway, so we're going to go ahead and just do it right here, since we're closer to the inbound than we are the outbound. The farther away you get from a VOR, the less accurate it is, so you want to make sure that you're not you're not drifting. Okay, there we go. And after Walla Walla, it's a little bit of a right-hand turn down to Baker City, 1530. And get that tuned in to nav 2. And we're 109 from Baker City. And then at Baker City, we need to start getting serious about this approach. Actually, what we'll probably do is before we get to Baker City, we will brief that arrival. Yeah, some wounds just don't heal, Nick. You're right, Nick. That's part of why, and I'm thankful for this, but that's part of why this world is temporary. I mean, our earthly bodies can only absorb so much, You can only take so many hits, man. So, yeah. Rendell, yep, slightly large. Oh, I didn't realize it was slightly larger than the 110. Yeah. But, yeah, not... Oh, you did some brief research. Not much faster. Oh, it is much faster. Okay, okay, really? Okay. Well, hey, there you go. Yeah, I mean, we're clipping along, right? We're 210 knots, so we're probably, 250 across the ground, maybe, depending. I think we have a bit of a tailwind here, too, so I feel like we're making good time. But some wounds don't fully heal. Yeah. They scab over. You get scars, right? I mean, if you live life right, you're going to have scars anyway. That just means that you've done things that, are slightly dangerous, or you've built relationships that hurt when they're no longer around, and that's part of you doing it right, I think. Iowa Scotsman wants to do some refresher flights on Pilot Edge. Yeah, finish up your cat ratings. Yeah, very nice, very nice. That's a good program, I think. I've watched Sim Caesar and DeLorean. Oh, maybe he's getting ready. I think Sim Caesar might be getting ready to fly that second flight. So feel free, guys. I mean, if you can multitask, but if like Sim Caesar is 100 times the streamer that I am, so I totally get it. Especially tonight when he's doing something special like that for Puff. So. But yeah, I've watched him and DeLorean work through those cat ratings, and they seem pretty good. I mean, it's kind of a neat program they have. I'd like to get in and finish up my wings ratings over there for the Boston Virtual guys. They've added four IFR ratings that I need to do. I really would like to just work back through the whole program again, just top to bottom, and just refresh my memory on all those things. I mean, it's like 25 lessons or something like that, and they're all really good. All right, here we are, 18 and a half from Walla Walla. We're going to be making a slight right-hand turn, 145. Right about there. We're kind of crosswind. We're kind of crabbing right now anyway, so we're sort of almost pointed in that direction as it is. Yep, kind of crabby. Whenever I fly over land like this, I always think it looks fake, cartoonish almost. Looks pretty cool. Yep, he's setting up for it right now, and the only reason you're not firing up is that's the reason why you're not firing up for your stream, okay? And be on the lookout for something possibly tomorrow. Yeah, guys, if you're not already following Iowa Scotsman, make sure you hop over there and do that. He does some really good stuff over on his stream. And friend to all, the aircraft of comparable role, configuration, and era of the Beech 1900. Yeah, there you go. And the Jetstream 110 and the oh, I forgot about the Dornier 228. Yeah, that's right. We had a Dornier 228, I think, come into our little regional airport for a little while. It was the jet version of this, though. It was just like this plane, but it was the jet version. Yeah, it wasn't that boxy though. What do we have? Let me see if I can. What was that? Maybe it was this guy here. Yeah, this 328. It was a cool plane, man. Really super low rider, man. I mean, like, look at that sucker. It's just barely off the ground. It's like what's that plane Canadian Captain Mustache flies? I never did fly in one of them, but we had an open house at the airport one year, and I got to walk through one. It's pretty cool. It's just a one seat, just like the Metroliner, one seat on each side. But I remember the cockpit was like freaking decked out with glass, and it was nice. It was like modern. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I could see this being in that same category. You know, like when you need to make that flight that's 50 minutes long, right? That's what it is from my airport down to Denver. You know, it's 6 hours if you want to drive it. It's 50 minutes by air. You know, so you're not loading a 737 up. They used to fly that route in the 737-200, but like from a fuel standpoint, you know, you're not getting that many passengers going from the middle of Wyoming down to Denver twice a day. So, you know, these types of planes make sense. You can fill up 40 passengers per trip and, you know, make a little money on it. All right, oh, we're through it here. I need to hop into heading mode. I just about missed it. And what did I say? 145. So let's change that. I'm sure I missed it. Yep, I missed it a little bit. So I'm gonna set a heading to intercept here, like a 170 to intercept this guy. I got to get back on this one a little bit quicker because I don't have a ton of time here. Yeah, only 75 miles till we get to Baker City, and then at that point, so we need to talk a little bit about arrival. And here's the issue with the arrival today, guys. Everything into Boise is an RNAV. Okay, so like we don't have the ability to fly that. So what we need to do, number one, is figure out where we're landing. So the ATIS here is telling me winds are 360 at 5. It's clear, 29er, 89er, very nice. So landing to the north. So that means that we'd be favoring 10 left or 10 right. Okay, so again, I promised one of the viewers that I would kind of go through this a little bit more closely so that you can see kind of where some of these frequencies and stuff come from. So we don't have any ATC going on right now, but here are the different things that you could tune in. You could pick up an ATIS, so you could see the weather or listen to the weather on 123.9. I doubt we're going to be able to do that. Here's the tower frequency is 118.7, ground is on 21.7, and here's clearance delivery on a 125.9. I don't know what these other numbers to the right mean. I don't know if anybody here can add on to my lack of knowledge here, but those are one place that you can get the frequencies for the different ATC that you need to talk to. Though 90% of the time, I don't really even look at that. I look at my pilot client first, and this is where I pick up the frequencies that I need to talk, or for who I need to talk to. So Millhouse. So like for Boise Tower, 118.1. But what's this 257.8? Is that a UHF frequency as opposed to a VHF? I don't know. I've never used those before. But anyway, kind of back to who do I talk to? Well, in this case, I have Vancouver, Edmonton, and Denver, and none of those are in my. Oh crud! I just flew right through my. Hang on for a second. None of those are. I'm not in any of those airspaces. Now, how do I know that? Well, I know that because I have a tool like Volanta that I can look and I can see where I'm at. Here I am. And I don't have any active airspace. Here's Denver, here's Edmonton, here's Vancouver. So I'm in an uncontrolled airspace right now. Now there's a lot of tools. You know, there has to be 5 or 6 different free tools that you can use to see what ATC is on. Bat Spy and Batastic, and I mean, probably a little nav map probably does it also. But so for me, I don't have anybody that I can talk to. If I was flying into Denver, the cool thing about Volanta is I can hover here and it'll show me the frequency. Well, 199.998 is actually not a frequency you can tune, but Denver approaches on 120.35, so you can get a little bit of hint. You know, you can kind of see what's coming just by doing that. So I guess my point is there's a lot of different resources out there, and you'll find the one that works best for you. But that's how you get those frequencies, and then it's just a matter of tuning them in to you know, to what you need. All right, so back to the approach. We're gonna shoot the we don't. Neither one of these is great for a north wind, but the runway, the 10s are a little bit better than the 28s. So we're going to shoot like 10 left or 10 right for our approach. Since we don't have an official arrival, what we have to do, or what I like to do, is I like to come down here and just pick one of these ILS approaches. Okay? And I like to tune this in. It's a visual approach type of day, but I like to tune these in just to have a backup. So again, I'm looking at the information here. Here's my frequency that I'll need to line up with the runway. That's the localizer DME frequency, 111.1. Here's the approach course. So I'm just going to be doing the same type of thing I've been doing all day with my radios here. I'm just going to be tuning in frequencies and setting up my course to take my plane where it needs to go. But then the other thing that I look at here is this: 5,000 feet at this point. This is Jimmy. That's right here. This is called the IAF, the initial approach fix. So I need to be at 5,000 feet or above to fly this approach. So for me, whether or not I'm going to fly an instrument approach or a visual approach, that at least gives me a reference as to where I need to be. I need to go from 17,000 feet down to 5,000 feet. So I need to lose 12,000 feet before I get to Jimmy. And Jimmy is, Jimmy is, why did I just close that? Okay, Jimmy is 11.4 miles away from the Boise VOR. So by 11.4 miles, and we don't have Boise yet here. This is the VOR right before Boise, but we need to be down to 5,000 feet. So that will be my descent planning, the numbers I will use for descent planning, unless I get ATC that pops on, and then they'll take care of all that for me. Oh, Millhouse is saying it's military. Ah, gotcha, man. Okay, I wondered about that. Learn something every day. All right, does that make sense? There'll be a quiz later. I hope you're taking notes. Oh, man. I have a feeling that there's shenanigans going on right now in Sim Caesar's stream. I'm gonna have to watch back the VOD. I'm sorry I'm missing it, but I kind of figured once he was going Pilot Edge that I was just gonna have to do something on my own anyway, but that's okay. Turning to the Kool-Aid when times get tough. All right, so in the meantime, here we are, 37 miles. We're outbound off of Walla Walla. And I think we probably are getting close to, yeah, we're 37 away from Walla Walla. That's the outbound. That's behind us. And we're 39 until we get to Baker City. That's out in front of us here. So I don't see an official changeover point. Nope. So I'm just gonna. We're about there. I mean, we're about halfway. So this is a good time to, as good a time as any to go to heading mode. Flip it over to Baker City. 1530. Yep. Yes, indeed. Realign the course bug just in case there's a little bit of driftage. And then the very last frequencies that we have to put in here, Boise 113 decimal 0. No, 113 decimal 3, sorry. And yeah, we're 137 miles out. Okay, cool. So without vertical navigation help, you have to do a little pilot math, and that is the most fun part of my stream. So I know I'm going to see a lot of the no math emotes coming out here in a minute, but inappropriately so. But we need to get down to 5,000, so we need to lose 12,000. I usually just do 12 times 3 is 36 miles out. That's when I need to start my descent, and then I'm going to add 11 to that because that initial fix was another 11 miles out. So 36 plus 11 is 47, and then let's just give it a little extra wiggle room, just in case I don't have the nicest descent in the world. So, you know, let's call it an even 55 miles. We'll start our descent when we're 55 miles from Boise. That, generally speaking, in a propeller-driven airplane such as this, allows you to descend at 1,500 feet per minute and get you down to where you need to be. And if we're down a little bit early, that's not the worst thing in the world, although around here we got to a little bit careful because we have mountains. And so it's not like we want to go too early. All right, the last turn, by the way, that we're making here is toward the Boise VOR. We're going to turn 118 degree heading here, so I'll set my heading bug ahead of that. Here, there's 120, 19, 18, and this one does have a changeover point. Fly it outbound 25 miles, and then I'll fly inbound the rest of the way toward Boise. At a certain point, I'll vector myself to intercept that ILS. Got 20 miles. I'm gonna do a quick. I'm gonna go back and use the lavatory that we don't have in this plane before we start thinking about descent here, guys. I'll be right back. And let's go ahead before I forget, and let's turn on the downwind sim go around cam. Good to see you. Here's where the magic happens. Actually, I'd really like. There's I don't know if you guys have watched the YouTube streamer Rotary Sim Pilot. I think he's one of the guys behind the development of the R44 in Microsoft Flight Sim. But he has a cool setup where, excuse me, he can show his cyclic and his collective and his rudder pedals, like they're like little, like they're, I think they're like just little animated things, but I thought that's really cool. Anyway, I'd love to be able to show, but my setup is so spread out. I can't even, like, here's my my cyclic, which, by the way, I've learned how to fly the helicopter backwards, basically left-handed. But here's my collective over here, and my cyclic is right here, and I don't know, it works. Yeah, downwind sim, Al South's here. The gang's all back together. It's great to have the man, the myth, the legend, the hardest working dude in Florida, Al South, Al Dominguez. Al, we're getting closer to X-Plane 12, dude. Are you ready? You got your pennies all saved up, ready to jump over there and see what Austin and the boys have been cooking up? Okay, make my turn here at about 3 miles. Ready and able. I have my fingers crossed. I really, really hope it's gonna be cool. Okay, 118. I probably turned a little too early on this guy. Yeah, sure enough. I've been late all night long, and now I'm a little early. Okay, so we'll go about 10 degrees to the right. Let's try to pick that outbound up again. Yep, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool, I think. All right, just 100 miles left to go, you guys. So, again, remember, we're at 55. We're going to start the descent. And as I look at this, I actually am not going to be able to start quite that soon. I'm going to have to wait just a little bit, guys. And here's why. Let me show you. On my airway here, I'm noticing 9,000 feet is the minimum there, all the way still 9,000 to Payette, and then at this point in time I can drop down to 5,900. So I'm gonna have to go Payette, which is 41 miles out. So that's gonna be my top of drop, guys. I can maybe go a little bit before that, but I have to stay above 9,000 here for terrain. So I will adhere that. Yeah, Al, this is cool, man. And it's got it has a mod or two to make it better. You're gonna want to go get that FT if you're not already a Patreon subscriber to FT Plus. FT Sim Plus, he does all these sound pack upgrades. You'll want to get that sound pack because the original sound pack is a little, it's a little lacking. And then there's a mod I think called Steve's Metro mod or something like that that helps with the light dynamics a little bit and helps also with the visuals. But apparently apparently, word on the street is that there's a different mod out there that's even better than the Steve's Metro mod, but the original mod, the developer got somebody made him mad or something. I don't know if it was because Steve put one out. I don't know who Steve is, but anyway, there was some bad blood. So the dev, the Starving Pilot, who was the dev, he pulled it off and said, "No, you can't have it." But I like what the Steve's mod has done, and the sound pack. It's just a fun little plane to fly. Very light on the frames, and comes with lots of old school liveries, you know, and it would be, I think, honestly, Al, if there's a plane to fly in the meantime, this is not a bad one. All right, I'm going to spin this down 5,000. And again, you can kind of see just looking outside why we can't just start ourselves down here. There's 8, 9, 10,000 foot peaks out here still, so we're waiting. We will make a changeover though at 25 miles out. We're waiting for that to get to 25, and then we're going to change over to the Boise VOR 13.3, which I don't have preset already, so I better get that set. 13.3. Okay, that's ready. 13.3 is tracking up 85. Very good. Doing good. We're doing good. Yeah, this goes on my... This is without a doubt in my top 5 for freeware airplanes. That was one good Diet Dr. Pepper, my friends. Some just taste better than others. A little over 1,000 pounds, or yeah, 1,000 pounds consumed. We had 970 kilograms, about 1,000 kilograms in there, so we're getting a little bit thirsty here, aren't we? I bet. Where's my fuel quantity? Yeah, not terrible, but we're getting down there a little bit. All right, there's 25, so let's once again, let's go to heading mode. Let's flip it over to the Boise VOR. Let's kind of let it center up a little bit, and we will turn the course knob there. 121 is what we're on right now, and we should be on a what? Yeah, right on 121. 301 outbound, 121 inbound. Cool, very nice, very nice. Pixie's back. Got the little Leon Meisters in bed, okay, I assume, my friend? ILS Yankee. Runway 10 right. So the next, ooh, hey, look at that, a little bit of cloud action. So the next frequency I'm putting in now is actually my runway localizer DME frequency. So that's what I'm going to use to capture the localizer, which is what lines you up laterally with the runway, and also will help you with the vertical guidance as well. But that'll be the next thing, and I might as well put it in over here. This tells me how far I am away from the end of the runway. Yeah, typically you don't pick those up until you're within, I don't know, 25, 30 miles to the airport. And I'm just making one last check here. Again, I'm always looking at my pilot client to see if anybody's popped on yet that I need to talk to. We would be looking for somebody in the Salt Lake Center, whether it is Salt Lake Center or perhaps somebody around the Boise area. A lot of times too, you will get a little notice, a little ping. You'll hear that beep beep beep, and it's called a contact me notification, and that will tell you who you need to call and on what frequency and all that good stuff. All right, everybody, once again, we are waiting until we get to the Payette intersection, which is 41 miles. We were going to start down at 55, but altitude restrictions are saying don't do that, and that's really all of a sudden really important, because if we're in the clouds and we don't know where the mountains are, we better refer to the charts so that we don't have an unplanned landing, if you know what I mean. This will be the only flight of the night for me. It's kind of a short stream. I do plan on trying to do something tomorrow. The junior first officer is coming into town this weekend for the 4th, so they may be coming up tomorrow night. If they are, then I'm not going to stream tomorrow night. I'll stream during the day sometime. Who knows? Maybe a breakfast stream. But if they're not going to be here till Saturday morning, then I'm going to hold off, and I'll probably just do the Friday night op. Is kind of a cool one. It's a pre-4th of July party, and it should be a lot of fun. We're going to harass Slant Alpha. I think he's on Reagan Tower or something like that. So look for something from the bonus variety, and then I'm unfortunately I'm back to work. Well, not quite. It's the weekend, but it's the July 4th weekend, so I don't have any streams planned until Tuesday, which will be Bush League Tuesday. Al South, that's what you gotta do is install X-Plane, man, and get in one of your Bush planes and come fly in Bush League Tuesday. We've cooked up a beauty. I'm gonna fly a helicopter, Al South. That's how long you've been away, buddy. I'm a heli pilot now. Well, I can get into a helicopter and start it and get in the air and come back to the ground. I don't know how much piloting I do, but gravity does a lot of the work for you anyway, so you know what the heck. Okay, there's 55, and again, I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna be above 9,000. So you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead and go vertical speed mode, and I am gonna start down here. So I think I need to click up here on the top. Yes. All right, so let's do that here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see what that gives us. It should be about 1,000. Yep, that's pretty good. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Now, with this plane, you have to really be careful about your airspeed. It doesn't have an auto throttle, so you have to back off your power a little bit so that you don't do like what I did on departure, which was overspeed. That's a pretty good power setting, it looks like. I'm doing 1,500 feet a minute. That should be all right. Take a little peek out the window. I think I'm going to be fine. I have to be at 9,000 or above at 41 miles. So I don't think there's any danger of me being below 9,000 at this rate. So that's good. And then I think what I'm going to do is, I think at the Emmett intersection, which is 29 miles out, I think I'm going to vector myself for the approach. I'm gonna turn to intercept like about a 2.5. I'm sorry, about a let's see, the inbound course is 102, so I'm gonna turn like a 150 or something, just kind of intercept that course. Speed's creeping up a little bit, but I'm still okay. I've got a little bit of wiggle room between myself and the old barber pole, so get squirmy. All right, 42.5. Yep, we're gonna be above 9,000, and you know, visually that looks good.
Lottie frickin' da!
I was wondering if anybody was gonna dig into some of those new sounds there, Brett. Thank you, man. Thank you. Oh man, I miss Chris Farley. Gone too soon. Now you've been timed out, dude. Yeah. Now you've been timed out. I didn't realize it timed you out by the person. I need to check that. I have so much to learn about streaming. I'm such a bad streamer. I need to learn more. One thing I'm going to do also here is check the altimeter again. I'm seeing 29er, 89er, and we definitely were below 18,000. So let's adjust that 29er, 89er. Coming up on our descent. I need to. Boise's elevation is 28,000, or 28,000, 2,800. So I need to set that as my cabin altitude, so we can start to depressurize. About right there. And I need to, you know what I didn't end up doing, guys. I should have, yeah, I should have turned the prop sync on when I was at cruise. I did not do that. So at this point in time, it would come back off. Yeah, I missed that step on the checklist here. Speed levers are going to come back to high. At this point, we didn't really back them off too much. Radios are set for approach, and the course heading will be set here in just a minute when I vector myself to final. And approach checklist. The approach has been briefed. The approach checklist complete. There's 10,000. I'm just used to my lights being up here, but the taxi light and landing recogs are down there. Anti-ice is not needed. Steering is armed. Our flap speed is below 210. We can go flaps 1/4. We will be landing flaps 1/2 today, so that's a 115 VREF. I'm going to just move that over just a little bit. So if we're reffing at 115, we're going to try to approach as close to 120 as we can. It'll probably be more like 130 to 120 for me. I'm not very precise. All right, we're just about to 25. Like I said, I'm going to turn 150, and that'll be my vector to final. There is how far we are from the end of the runway. So 25, I can go ahead and make that turn right now. I'm going to turn this over to my localizer frequency, and I'm going to put my course knob on 102. I am just going to pay attention. I have a glide slope already? No way, I'm way too far out. I don't know. I don't have a localizer just yet. 111.1. Okay, very good. And we need 5,000. That's set and ready. My speed is a little high. I'm just going to keep backing off here. I really need to start getting myself down to flap speed. And so now, again, who am I talking to? Well, there's no ATC. So I'm just talking to Unicom, just in case there's other pilots flying in the area. This is a part of BATSIM that is kind of, I would say sometimes people get lazy and they don't do that, and I'm guilty of that too, but you know, on a Thursday evening, there's a chance there could be people flying in and around, so it's a good habit to be, and I'm within 20 miles of the airport, so I can make that initial call. Boise traffic, SkyWest 816 at 7,000, 20 to the north of the field, inbound runway 10 right, Boise traffic. All right, we're doing okay. Okay, there's the localizer. It's alive. That's a pretty good intercept heading, I would say. We could maybe even go 140, 10, 20, 30. I think you're supposed to, whoops, gosh darn it. I think you're supposed to be 30 degrees or less. So yeah, if I'm being honest, I probably could even go another 10 degrees. But we'll just make a little fine-tune adjustment there. That should be okay. We're going to level at 5,000, and we need to really watch our speed at that point, because it'll get slow pretty quickly. In fact, I think I might go ahead and go heading a 130. That'll be a nice gradual intercept there. I think we're Jimmy is 11.4, so we're in good shape there. See, we kind of wobble around a little bit. I think that might be the airport out there too. Doing all right. Doing all right. There's 5,000 speeds coming down nicely, and I am going to see if I can intercept this. I'm not going to hand fly this from too far out. We can arm the approach at this point in time, and it'll fly the heading until it grabs the localizer. Speed's doing good. We're at 200 still. I'm ready to throw some flaps. I'll start to configure it 11 miles out. Oh, that was not the that was not the airport. Obviously, that was just one of the roads. All right, where am I at here? XP Knutson, man. It's like a streaming TV box. Yeah, man. If it was any good, we'd be picking up the ball game right now, right? XP Knutson. Good to see you, man. How are you? Happy Thursday. Sorry for the, oh, hold on for a second. Good day. I missed that check-in there. Hell, we just grabbed the localizer. Give me a second. Let me see if I can land the airplane here. I've been struggling a little bit with my aviation skills. All right, so we did grab the localizer. Let's start to throw flaps. Boise traffic, SkyWest 816 is established, fully established on the localizer, 10 right, Boise traffic. This first notch coming in. We want to be fully configured by 4 DME. Go ahead and throw the second word speed checked. Ooh, we're a little fast. Yeah, 176 is what I should have been. I was a little fast. All right, we're on the glide slope. We're on the localizer, and I want to get down to 120. I'll throw gear, and I'm going to do this. Autopilot off. We're just going to try to fly it from here. She's a wiggly one. I'm going to warn you right now. Especially the closer we get to VREF, the more wiggly she gets. I'm already at dot off on the glide slope. Just like that. It took me less than 10 seconds to get unstable. I'm pretty much a pro-type flyer. Alright, we are fully configured. Flaps 1/2, gear down, and indicating. Lights are on. We're a little fast still. Now we're a little high. We were a little low, a little high. It's a Stuart Little landing here. Hey, a little low. High, a little low. There we go. That's better. We do have a crosswind again coming out of the. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about this, the other runway would have been better because the wind's coming out of the north, not the south. I'm surprised one of you guys didn't catch me on that. It's a crosswind regardless, so it's coming off our left-hand side. We got to work with it regardless. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. I'm still just a bit fast though. See if I can lead that speed off. There's a 1-0 right. And ooh, that was a clunky one. I don't think this has reversers. Oh, it does. Yeah, never mind. I don't know anything. Nobody knows nothing. It doesn't. It has beta, I guess. Not really reversers, but it helps. All right, and we are down. Everybody, welcome to Boise. Hang a left here and go find a terminal spot. Boise traffic. SkyWest 816 is clear of 10 right, and we'll be crossing 10 left on Gulf. Anybody coming that way? I didn't hear anybody talking. I didn't see anybody. And not seeing anybody there either. So cross the way, and we'll just probably take the first gate that we see. Turn up the flaps. I should turn the lights off as well. We'll do that in just a second. After the cinematic taxi dive shot. I honestly don't know that SkyWest flies here, if I'm being totally honest with you. But I do know that the Metroliner, they do have routes in between Boise and Boeing Field. So I think we're going to take, like, to me, this feels like more of a ramp 6 than that ramp. If I'm being honest with you. Here we come. Oh, don't stop too soon, buddy. That'll work. And we are there, dude. Set the brakes, and let's do a little shutdown. I think we need to turn the... oh, you know what? I never did have the fasten seatbelt signs on. I'm going to turn that off first. Then I think we go to the stop. Yep, good deal. Inverters off. 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 That's all good there. And beacon, nav light, strobe, I guess I should say. Jenny's off. Pitot heat's off. Battery off. Yeah. And we're there. Beautiful vertical sims, Boise, Idaho. Boise, is this an international? Boise Air Terminal, I guess is what it says. Gowan Field. Yeah, let's, you know what, let's do a little replay. Wasn't too bad, honestly. I think it's going to be fairly firm, but I almost always land this plane firm. I just like it's just not butterable to me. But I like everything else about that approach. Of course, I flew like 90% of the way with the instruments, but everything else I thought looked pretty good. It's all right. Nothing wrong about nothing wrong with that one. Right down the old stripe. A little bit of that crosswind. Did I get the left-hand wing down first? I think I did. It was maybe a little bit of a plunker, but something tells me in this plane, no matter how you land, it's going to feel like a plunker. It just has those little tiny wings, man. It's not a glider. It needs to keep moving forward. Yeah, that's like 90% of every flight 90% of every flight I take into my home airfield, it feels like, oh, hey, look at that. I don't want to be inside the yucky glass, though. All right. I did kind of do a little bit of a slip and slide there as I was trying to get it shut down, but yeah, overall, not too bad. Not too doggone shabby. All right, let me do this. Get a promotion. Nice. Love it when that happens. Al South. XP. Okay, hold on here. I need to get caught back up here and see what I've been missing here. Looked okay to you, Edmund. Well, thanks, buddy. I wasn't bad. I mean, like, I've been a lot worse. So XP Knutson says, "What have I been flying now? Yeah, or what am I flying now? This is that Metroliner." And yeah, it's pretty awesome, Sorry for the slow response chatting on the NVIDIA Shield, and it sucks. Okay, yeah, it's like streaming TV box. Oh, by NVIDIA. Gotcha. No worries, man. Just glad you're able to get here. Soon off to bed. It's 3:30. You got to work in the morning. Holy moly, dude. All right, yeah, get yourself to bed, XP Knudsen. And thanks again for stopping by, man. That's awesome. Yep. And yeah, hopefully you guys were able to get the information to XP about the plane there, because I kind of missed that. So sorry about that, chat. And if anybody else said anything, I missed it. Their Good Fixins is taking off from San Fran in the DA-50. Talk about a fish out of water. Hey, one of my favorite YouTube streams was a guy that took a Cirrus into San Francisco one night. It was pretty damn cool. But getting to the gate here and kind of say our goodbyes. I do want to say thank you very much to Downwind Sim for his re-description. Yeah, that's really awesome of you, man. And I want to also thank everybody else just for coming by. It's great seeing you, Al South especially.
This portion of the Melvin Leroy channel brought to you by Downwind Sim binoculars. Never take off without them.
Al South, Downwind Sim says it looks like the front of a F-150 or something like that. They keep baggage up there, so that's kind of part of that. Yeah, or F-250. That's right. Sorry about that. So, but anyway, yeah, Al South, thanks for coming by. Fixie, Edmund Stoner, Downwind, XP Knudsen, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me a little bit. It means a lot. Real Millhouse, it was great to see you as well. Friend to all, Iowa Scotsman, Nick Gressla as well. Have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And let's see who else. There was Jacob was here early on. Panagon was here, I know. And Grumpy Gordo. Grumpy, I hope you got something out of this, man. I hope you were able to be see a little bit of that in action. We were hopefully able to answer some of your questions. But yeah. All right.
Welcome to Pop Culture.
Oh, hey, thank you, Eric. Let's see. Eric Neo FY. I'm not going to get that right, but Eric, thanks, man. Thank you so much for the follow. And yeah, guys, let me do this.
Thanks for watching my papa.
Greatly appreciate you coming by. As always, I am going to take you over without any further ado to Mr. Sim Caesar. Again, he's doing that tribute flight. Most of you probably are already over there, but just kind of as a gesture of appreciation to our departed friend, Puck MTD 123. Let's go over and let's raid. Let's be a part of that. Just kind of all beat together a little bit and remember Puff. Millhouse, you're welcome, buddy. I'll meet you over there, guys. Until next time, just have a great rest of your evening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. We'll see you on Friday. God bless.